Hi everyone, I have a microphone today, or it's the same day that I'm recording, but it's a little bit easier to hear me because I have a mic. So, I'm using a crappier camera though, so win some, you lose some. Okay, so I wanted to do a general love reading for August. This is not really going to be astrological. This is a oracle reading about a love dynamic, and I'm going to be talking about some different themes on my channel throughout my talks. Sorry, her leash was stuck. One of the themes I would like to talk about is building self-esteem in the world and how to do that energetically, and the process of channeling, which you may or may not believe in, depending on where you are in your life, and relationship dynamics. And as it comes to me, I'll just add more things to talk about. We're going to use a mix of 3 decks. I have it's a Goddess deck by Doreen Virtue. I forget what it's something Goddess something. It is. Then we have a Psychic Tarot of the Heart from John Holland, and what do I got here? Colette Baron Reed Animal Spirit deck, and I'm just gonna mix them all together and act like it's one big deck. So this could be someone you're in a relationship with now, or someone that you once felt very connected to, like an ex, or someone like that, someone that maybe never worked within a relationship but you always loved, or something along those lines. It's not for someone that you don't know or have never met before. Okay, Inner Wisdom, Athena. So a lot of us don't listen to our inner wisdom in relationships, and that sounds like so cliche, I feel like, but Athena, also known as Minerva in Greek mythology, is related to the owl. You can see the owl here. She is really the sign of wisdom, mental, intellectual wisdom. Not the sign, the archetype in mythology. It says, "You know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay." So I also have Heal. So maybe healing our intuition could have to do with this relationship and how we're relating to each other. I also got Past Life. The situation involves your past life memories. So a lot of times people that we're drawn to, I think everyone we're drawn to interact with in this life in some way, we have some other connection with that we're drawn to them magnetically. We have known them in the past life. I don't know if you have read about Buddhism, but it's very fascinating reading about reincarnation, and Hinduism as well talks about, in Vedic astrology, reincarnation is a big part of learning about relationships, and often in India, people are put together by the astrologer of the village. I don't know why that's all coming through that I'm telling you this, but sometimes we're drawn to someone who isn't really a match for us, and we know that in our inner self. I feel like this is also like a High Priestess card. We know that, but we are drawn to them because there's something we have to heal, and through the interaction. This and That Are True, Dolphin Spirit. Also the number 20, which numerologically would be number 2. So that could be talking about relationship. We also have the number 8, 1 and 7. 8 and 2 I read together as having to do with financial stability in the world, having to do with a partnership. So that's just a side note for the numerology. And then this and that are true. There is all relationships have strengths and weaknesses, we could say. And also, all relationships have, I'm trying to find the right word, I guess a gray area where, or, it's a thin line between love and hate sometimes, to quote Annie Lennox. I guess that's what's coming up more. Solar plexus chakra, and the number 3. And koala spirit. Spirit has a plan. And the number 8 again. 5 and 3 is 8. Okay. So I read the solar plexus chakra here as, well, it's down here. And I always relate that as having to do with our self-esteem. And I mentioned that earlier in the reading without having drawn this card yet, as being a theme I wanted to talk about through these psychically channeled readings. Self-esteem in relationships can be hard to know. It can be hard to know ourselves in relationships because we've only known how we've interacted with all the people in our social sphere thus far. And often the way we interact with others is based upon a set of skills that we devised as children in order to survive within the social group and be socialized. So if we could all look at our way of relating to others and how our self-esteem maybe has been pillaged, I don't know why I'm getting that word, by others, we need to look at that. Ishtar, boundaries, perfectly relating to what I was just talking about. Love yourself enough to say no to others' demands on your time and energy. Lion spirit, be generous of spirit. So it's kind of like two different sides of the same coin. Like generous of spirit, but then having the wisdom to have boundaries where we need to have them. Okay, thanks for tuning in for this short reading. Have a great day.